Hi everyone! Welcome to Clara's Feng Shui Cafe. In this video, I will talk about how period 9 would affect our house's Feng Shui. In my previous video, I have talked about 三元九运, meaning 3 major cycles and 9 periods. Each cycle has 60 years, and each period lasts for 20 years. Currently, we are in the lower cycle of period 8. So when period 9 arrives, we'll be transitioning into a new period, which will last for 20 years from 2024 to 2043. This is going to be a very big transition and will affect our house's feng shui. Therefore, it's important that we get prepared. By understanding the 3 cycles and 9 periods, you would be able to know which period does your house belong to. For example, if your house was constructed between the year 2004 to 2023, then your house is a period 8 house. If your house was constructed between 1944 to 1963, then your house is a period 5 house. In this video, I will be using a period 8 house flying star chart as an example and show you what will happen in period 9. Many people think that a house with good feng shui in period 8 is one that's sitting northeast and facing southwest. Well, this is not quite accurate because in Feng Shui 罗盘 compass, each direction is divided into 3 subdirections. For example, the 3 subdirections in the northeast are called 丑, 艮, 寅, and the 3 subdirections in the southwest are called 未, 坤, 申. If we were talking about a house that's sitting northeast and facing southwest, in fact, only one of the 3 subdirections has good feng shui, and that's the one that's sitting chou and facing wei. The other 2 directions are actually not good feng shui, and I will explain why. Now let's have a look at the flying star chart of a house that's sitting chou and facing wei. This is the house's flying star chart in period 8, which lasts for 20 years. Number 8 is in the middle because in period 8, star number 8 is the ruling star. In Feng Shui practice, every sector has a sitting star and a facing star. The sitting stars are shown on the left-hand side, which represent people and health. The facing stars are shown on the right-hand side, which represent good fortune and wealth. So in period 8, number 8 star is the Auspicious Star. Therefore, a good feng shui house must have the Auspicious Star in the house's main entrance or facing direction and should be on the right-hand side of the sector. This means that money can get into the house through the main entrance. It would be ideal if there's water in the direction of your main entrance. The number 8 star must also be in the sitting direction or back of the house, which is showing on the left-hand side of the sector. This can provide strong support and protection to a house and symbolizes good health. It would be ideal if there's a mountain or hills in the sitting direction of your house. And this is why a house that's sitting chou and facing wei is good feng shui because it can attract both wealth and good health. Now let's have a look at a house that's not good feng shui in period 8. Here's one that's sitting in and facing shen. If we compare it with the first chart, we can see that in the sitting direction, number 8 star is on the right-hand side, not left-hand side. This means there's no protection at the back of the house and could cause health problems. While in the facing direction, number 8 is on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. This means that money could not enter the house through the front entrance. As we can see in the 2 charts, both houses are sitting northeast and facing southwest. But when measuring more accurately, their sitting stars and facing stars are quite different. The one on the left-hand side has good feng shui, while the other one doesn't. If you want to find out the accurate flying star chart of your own house, please follow this video step by step. In my previous video, I have talked about the 8 directions of the Bagua map. Each of the 8 directions on the Bagua has a name. That's 乾、巽、艮、坤、坎、离、震、兑。The Chinese Luopan compass is based on the Bagua, but it is more detailed. Luopan has 24 subdirections. We call them the 24 mountains. The Luopan compass can measure directions more accurately, as each of the 8 directions on Bagua has 45 degrees. Luopan divides each direction into 3 subdirections. That means each subdirection has 15 degrees. Each of the 24 subdirections has a name. Let's first plot the 4 corners of the chart. Qian is in the northwest, Kun in the southwest, Xun in the southeast, and Gen in the northeast. As you might notice, the name of these 4 subdirections come from the Bagua. Of the remaining 20 subdirections, their names come from the heavenly stems and earthly branches. The heavenly stems and earthly branches are associated with yin-yang and the 5 elements. In Luopan, we only use 8 of the heavenly stems and the 12 earthly branches. Now let's have a look at the position of each of the subdirections. In the north, we have 壬子贵. In the northeast, 丑艮, which is from Bagua, yin. In the east, 甲卯乙. In the southeast, 辰巽, from Bagua, 巳. In the south, we have 丙午丁. In the southwest, we have 未坤, from Bagua, and Shen. In the west, Geng, You, Xin. And finally, in the northwest, we have Xu, Qian, which is from Bagua, and Hai. Now we've created a basic Luopan with 24 subdirections. Of the 24 subdirections, or 24 mountains, 12 of them are yang and 12 are yin. It's important that we remember the positions of each of the subdirections on the Luopan, the 12 yin and the 12 yang. We also need to know the numbers of the Bagua directions. This is a Bagua map, and each Bagua direction has a number. Number 1 is Kan, number 2 is Kun, number 3 is Zhen, number 4 is Xun. Number 5 is in the middle. We don't write it on the Bagua, but we write it on a nice square grid chart. Number 6 is Qian, number 7, Dui, number 8, Gen, and number 9 is Li. Now back to the Luopan. The numbers on the Luopan are in the same positions as Bagua, and each number has 3 subdirections. So there are 3 very important things we need to remember. Number 1 is the positions of the 24 subdirections or mountains. Number 2, the 12 yang and the 12 yin of the 24 mountains. And number 3 is the positions of the 9 numbers on the Luopan. These are very important to remember because we will be using them later. Now let's have a look at the flying star patterns of our house's flying stars. If it's yang, then the flying patterns look like this. Starting from the center, it first flies to the northwest, and then the west, northeast, and then south, north, southwest, east, southeast, and back to the center. If it's yin, then the flying track is the same, but in reverse orders. Starting from the center, it first goes to southeast, and then east, southwest, north, south, northeast, west, northwest, and back to the center. Earlier, we have talked about examples of 2 different period 8 houses. One is sitting Chou, facing Wei. The other one, sitting Yin and facing Shen. In my next video, I will talk about how each of the stars fly and why they are in their respective positions on the 9 square grid chart. And most importantly, I will be using these 2 examples to explain what will happen to the Feng Shui of our houses. Then you will be able to know how to improve your house's Feng Shui in period 9. If you like my video, please give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel.